filed under doomed movie projects. A while ago, Todd McFarlane came out and said they're going to remake Spawn. And they made a lot of waves right at first. I think this is 3 years ago, maybe more. Anyway, they made some big splashes when they said that Jamie Foxx had signed on and Jeremy Renner had signed on. There was a problem, though. Todd McFarlane insisted that he, who is not a director and has never directed anything, was going to direct. This, of course, predictably, caused a lot of studios and distributors and financiers to go, really? Are you sure we can't get somebody else to direct? And, there have been roadblocks and roadblocks and roadblocks because Todd McFarlane has expressed a lot of frustration that he can't get these financiers on board because of whatever problems with the script, whatever. Well, they've taken a step to try to remedy that by bringing in some fairly heavy hitters, including the writer of Captain America 4 New World Order and the writer of Joker to come on board. This comes to us from the folks over at Joe Blow, who said the following. Who's up for a game of superhero musical chairs? Blumhouse's Spawn is making moves today by revealing that the new team of writers assigned to the long gestating reboot, signing their souls over to Satan to pen the screenplay, is a trio of creators, including Scott Silver, who was one of the screenwriters on The Joker, Malcolm Spellman, who is one of the writers on Captain America New World Order, and Matthew Mixam, who I'm not familiar with, who wrote Yesterday Was Everything. So this is now getting some movement. Or, Rob, let me ask you this. Is this a sign that this thing is actually going to happen? This thing is now moving. Or is this a Todd McFarlane Hail Mary toss, like going big to try to bring in some legit, credible writers to try to get a script in place that financiers will go, yes, let's do this, even though Todd McFarlane is going to direct it? What do you think is going to happen here?
I don't think this movie's going to get made. I mean, I think this is great. These writers, great. It's always good to have a great script. I just think that this character of Spawn, and by the way, just so you know, full disclosure, I bought the first issues of Spawn. Spawn was really the first Image comic out of the gate. Todd McFarlane did a really good job of making sure the comic was published on time. And then he slowly built up his toy company out of that. So I have mad respect for Todd McFarlane as a creator. The first Spawn movie was one of the movies I've hated the most of all.
You don't like clown demon John Leguizamo?
I don't, and I feel terrible because I was on a TV show with Mark DePay, the director, who was wonderful in the new ILM documentary, and I was mean to him. I didn't pull any punches, so Mark DePay, I am sorry about our appearance on Sci-Fi Vortex together, but really didn't like your film. Appreciated his attempt, but I don't think anybody cares about Spawn at this point. Great animated series.
Yes.
Really like the animated series. But who cares?
Chris, so question to you. What do you think about the bringing on the new writers? And does this movie get made now? And does it get made with or without McFarlane in the director's chair?
I mean, I don't know if it should be made with him in the director's chair, but hey, everyone has to make their first film to become like a known director, right? So maybe Todd could do a great job on this. I think that since he is so close to the source material as its creator, though, he should have somebody else in there, at least co-directing or something, so we can kind of have a little less blinders on. You know, sometimes when it's your vision, you kind of lose sight of what you need to do when you're transferring mediums. I'm so glad you brought up the animated series, though, because that was rad. And I really don't feel like we need a live action Spawn. There's really cool stories, right? Like Resurrection, Blood Feud, all of those are really, really rad in the comics. But I don't think this translates well to live action because it usually does. Well, I say usually. The film ended up in such a campy place that I don't think ends up working because it's a really cool, gritty, dark story that I think needs a grittier director at the helm. Maybe it could work, but I don't see it working outside of live action or live animation.
The Spirit.
I was going to say, somebody mentioned in the chat, hey, listen, if nobody is better to direct a film version of a beloved graphic novel than its creator. The Spirit?
Yeah.
Like, well, Frank Miller did not create The Spirit.
No.
But we direct your attention to something like the guy, I mean, yeah.
But Frank Miller didn't do a good job.
I mean, the thing is, Todd McFarlane is a very dynamic visual artist. I mean, I remember first seeing his work on DC's Invasion comics, and then he moved over to Spider-Man. I mean, his Spider-Man, and they started a whole new Spider-Man comic around his artwork. It's incredible. He's an incredible visual stylist, but can he make a movie?
Yeah, and I don't know why, if you're Todd McFarlane at this point, like if you're going to go out and get these writers, why not actually go out and get a real director?
I agree with you 100%.
Go get a real director. Anyway, who knows? Listen, stranger things have happened. And this is definitely, if you're somebody who's looking forward to another shot at Spawn, bringing on this caliber of writers is definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Hey guys, we want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. I'm just kidding, there isn't one. Seriously, Mint Mobile just has premium wireless service from $15 a month. There's no trapping you into a 2-year contract or opening the bill to find these crazy fees. There's no luring you in with free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. I used to dread opening my phone bill every month because every time I was opening it, it was like playing roulette. I never knew what the actual price was going to be, and it always seemed to get higher. But not with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or a family, and at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And if you're worried about the complication of switching things over, don't. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your phone number along with all your existing contacts. So guys, get premium wireless from just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists at mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Seriously, you'll make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/Campea.